Hi guys, I'm back, and this is my recap and reaction to two Sister Wives episodes from season 6. The one famous episode where Robyn shares her story about what she calls the worst decision of her life at a family church session. And this is episode 6 of season 6, Robyn's Secret, followed by another classic episode from season 6 where the wives go on a trip together to San Francisco. The episode is called While the Wives Are Away, ... And at this point, they were living in the cul-de-sac in Vegas, but they had sort of just moved in there. They just unpacked. And actually, the episode starts with them saying that they're celebrating 2 years of living in Vegas, and they're going to have a Sunday service. And look at the kids. Savannah is so little. There's Garrison and teenage Hunter. And Kody says that the kids' eyes are pretty much glazing over at this point, and he's rambling about Hebrews. And yeah, Hunter says church can be whatever. Everybody's bored in the living room, and some aren't there. So Robyn announces that she's going to talk about the biggest mistake of her life. And Kody is hoping that this will be a lesson for the teenagers who are also starting to date. She's holding this thing in her hand, and she says that she's going to talk about 2 girls and 2 true stories. Robyn says in her confessional that when she was a senior in high school, she started questioning things, about her parents. She started kind of breaking away, rebelling, and she felt like she was missing out by not being physical with her then boyfriend. Anyways, that's not exactly how she expressed it at church. She's much more real in her confessional. But she says, a girl gave her purity away to someone who begged for it, and he didn't appreciate it. He threw it on the ground. In her confessional, she says this guy, which we can all assume is David Jessup, obviously was her first kiss, but there's only one thing he wanted, guys, and we can all guess what that is. And then she actually got pregnant, and she's telling them that she wished she didn't. And poor Dayton is sitting there. Basically, his mom is saying it was all a mistake. She tells us that her mistake cost her 9 years of hell because Robyn says she felt scared and ashamed that she was pregnant before marriage, and it was important to her to take responsibility. And so when he asked her to marry her, she said yes. And she was just trying super hard to love him at the time. And she was also very excited about Dayton when Dayton came. And she says that Dayton kind of helped her through that time. And right after the purity talk, Moriah and Leon announced to the rest of the family that she got into Westminster College in Utah and that she received a $10,000 scholarship. Kody seems more interested in the scholarship than her actually getting in. He actually told Moriah at this point that if she doesn't get enough scholarships, she can't go. I feel like Meri ended up paying for the whole thing though. But the purity thing, yes, I mean, part of me sympathizes with Robyn about how honest she's being about it all. I did not remember that she admitted to being pregnant before being married, but it makes sense because they got married in June and Dayton was born in January. So yeah, that definitely happened, and she stuck it out. It's a story that's almost as old as time. This has happened to women, and so part of me is happy that she at least expressed it to the teenagers a little bit, as cringy as the story came off at church. And next, they're burying a time capsule in the backyard. Christine keeps obsessing about the mission statement. She brings it up every freaking episode in season 6. And they're putting medals, pictures. Moriah thinks it's stupid, but whatever. And Kody starts digging by himself. The boys did not want to be there to help, apparently. They just let him alone, do it alone. And Meri pops by to talk about babies because at this point, she was due to give Kody an answer about whether or not she wanted another baby. As we all know, they decided not to. She kind of felt like he said he didn't want to, and she kind of closed the door then. But ultimately, I think we can all agree that this was probably the right decision for them. And so let's go to the next episode in season 6 called When the Wives Are Away. And I'm assuming this is supposed to mean the Kody will play or whatever. And we are in Janelle's health kick era in Vegas, that time where she had a trainer, she's working out all the time, she lost a ton of weight, and now she has her eyes set on a 5K. And Robyn created these My Sister Wives Closet shirts that have all these positive affirmations on it, like be strong, be great, I don't know. And basically she comes into the room and she's worried that an XL is too small for Janelle. And there's this whole scene which it comes off weird. It comes off as like fat shaming or something. I don't know. There's like something weird about it. And Robyn's like, I'm so sorry. This is an XL. And it's tight, but it fits. And Kody actually tells Janelle he's so happy for her and how she showed everything she's lost. And it's kind of a feel-good moment for Kody. He's not that terrible here. At the 5K, of course, Kody just runs ahead, doesn't even look back for her. But her kids, Gabriel and I think Savannah, anyways, they come back to run with her, and it's so cute, and I just love this so much. For Janelle, she pushed through her comfort zone, and before you know it, the scene's over, and now the wives are getting ready to leave on their trip to San Francisco, and Christine is nervous because Kody has never watched this amount of kids before. This is actually the trip where Truly gets sick, guys. This is it. Aspen's nervous. She thinks she'll be in charge of everyone, which is probably true. And Meri says she's a little nervous about even going on the trip and doesn't know how it's gonna go. And Christine is also nervous. Kody calls a meeting saying he wants to grill one day and then save everything for leftovers. And he also wants to do something fun. Immediately, Ysabel trips and cuts open her big toe in the cul-de-sac. And because he was busy doing Dr. Dad stuff, he forgot the steaks on the grill and burnt them to a crisp. Like, so much meat wasted. It's so sad. Why couldn't the boys watch the grill? Anyways, meanwhile, the wives are at a shop in San Francisco, and only Robyn can fit into things at this shop. Which is kind of like, why go there then? So, and she tries on all these cute things that show off her body while the wives kind of look on and cheer on. And the Browns with Kody go to their neighbor's pool to cool off, talk about courting. Kody wants the girls to wait a bit, blah, blah, blah. The neighbors love them. They don't judge them. Polygamists, they're just like us. And next, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn go to a plus-size store to try things on now. And now Robyn can't try anything on. And, a comment that Meri makes is that she's not going to wear leggings for pants. And I found this comment weird because, she's a LuLaRoe retailer. We all know that they sell tons of leggings. It just kind of caught me off guard, guys. Like, she hated leggings at that time. She was razzing Christine for wearing leggings. Anyways, at their last thing that they do at the trip is they actually go to an Irish pub and they all order a beer and act like they're sinning or doing something super rebellious. But Robyn is not drinking it and acting a bit judgy. She's kind of like, well, it's not like you're drinking the whole thing. I think they're like trying to make it okay that they're just taking sips. And meanwhile, Kody and the family go bowling, and Kody just keeps getting gutter balls. Gutter ball, gutter ball, gutter ball. He's trying to impress everybody, failing miserably. The kids laugh about it. Aspen, meanwhile, is like a champion at bowling, which, well deserved. Aspen, she probably did the most work that whole time. And finally, well, there's actually something. So Truly starts getting sick at this point. She doesn't seem feverish, but she's acting lethargic. No one really knows. She has to be held almost at all times. So she even kept Aspen up the night before, and finally the moms come home and everything seems to be okay, but we all know what happens next episode, which I have a recap of in my playlist. But Truly gets extremely sick and has to be admitted to the hospital. And so this trip, as fun as it was for everybody, I'm sure, I just wonder if maybe, they regret going because maybe they could have caught Truly's sickness earlier or like something like that. I don't know. But it was a good trip. They did not buy a dress or see. That was the whole goal of the trip. They wanted dresses for the silly commitment ceremony or whatever that's coming up. And Kody razzes them for that. But overall, I mean, they did spend time together. At least they're making an effort, right? Alright guys, let me know what you think about these 2 season 6 episodes, and I'll be back with more Sister Wives stuff and other reality TV updates. Bye guys!